Larry Madowo, born July 14, 1987, is a CNN international correspondent and host of the African Voices Changemakers and Playmakers series. He was previously a North America correspondent for the BBC and also anchored breaking news and presented BBC World News America from Washington, D.C. He was a 2019-20 Knight Budget Fellow in Economics and Business Journalism at Columbia University in New York and the BBC Africa Business Editor until 2019. He is a reporter, broadcaster, writer and news anchor whose range includes business, technology, current affairs, politics and popular culture. His work has been featured on major global outlets including the BBC, CNN International, The Washington Post, and The Guardian. Madowo started his career in Nairobi as a trainee reporter at KTN and then as a business anchor at NTV Kenya, where he worked twice. He later anchored and reported business and financial news at CNBC Africa before returning to NTV. He resigned from the station in March 2018 to join the BBC. He hosted the Larry Madowo Show on Nation FM from August 2014 until June 2016 and wrote a weekly column in the Daily Nation every week named #FrontRow from August 5, 2014 until February 8, 2018. In Kenya, he is best known for hosting a popular Friday night show called #The Trend on NTV Kenya from December 2012 until June 30, 2017. Early life. Madowo grew up in various parts of Kenya, including Siaya, Kisumu, and Nairobi. He attended Usingo and Karipol primary schools and St. Gabriel Seminary for secondary education. He had intended to train as a Catholic priest, but by the time he finished high school this had changed. In college, he studied broadcast journalism. Marriage. Larry Madowo has maintained privacy when it comes to his married life and relationships. Some sources suggest that he got married to Victoria Rubediri at an exclusive wedding at the Karen-based Marilla Garden. However, there are no photographs available on the internet, providing some glimpses of their marriage. Larry Madowo also impregnated Edith Komani in 2014 and they have a 16-year-old son. Journalism career. In 2006, Madowo enrolled for a communication degree at Daystar University in Nairobi. In 2007, Madowo interned for a vernacular radio station Boasha FM reading news in English. Madowo eventually dropped out of college a year and a half down his degree to take up a job at Kenya Television Network, KTN, one of Africa's oldest private television networks. He became one of the household names in Kenya and after 3 years, he left KTN for NTV, where he was a business anchor and reporter. In May 2012, he joined the South African-based CNBC Africa as one of the main anchors of market day shows Open Exchange, Power Lunch and Closing Bell. His stay at CNBC Africa only lasted 8 months and in December 2012, he went back to NTV as the technology editor and news anchor. Madowo returned to college and graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Communication degree from Daystar University in June 2014. During his second tenure at NTV Kenya, he also freelanced for various global news outlets including CNN International, France 24 English, the BBC, and Public Radio International. When the Kenyan newspaper The Daily Nation declined to publish a column critical of the Kenyan government's shutdown of 4 major private TV stations in early 2018, the opinion piece was published on the CNN website. He terminated his column and became a contributing columnist for the Washington Post's Global Opinions page. On April 11, 2018, it was announced that Madowo was joining BBC News Africa as business editor. He led a team of business journalists based in Nairobi, London, Lagos, Dakar and Johannesburg. He has appeared across BBC World TV, BBC World Service Radio, BBC News Channel in the UK, BBC.com and BBC Radio 4 as a reporter or commentator on African business. A radio documentary Madowo presented on the Chinese-built railway in Kenya won the Daily Journalism Single Report category at the 2019 Association of International Broadcasting Awards on November 6, 2019 in London. Raha, The Joy of the Train was part of a series produced by Peter Shevlin of British production company Block Media. On April 9, 2019, he was named among the 2019 to 2020 Knight Budget Fellows at Columbia University. On July 29, 2019, Madowo said he was taking a sabbatical from the BBC for his fellowship at Columbia Journalism School. Madowo graduated from Columbia with a Master of Arts in Business and Economics Journalism on May 20, 2020. His master's thesis on African e-commerce pioneer Jumia's tumultuous first year on the New York Stock Exchange won the Philip Greer Scholarship Award for Financial. He has interviewed some of the world's most prominent people, including presidents, world-famous artists, global CEOs, and Sophia the robot. Madowo was selected as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum in March 2020. He was nominated as a One Young World Journalist of the Year in June 2020. He has twice been named among the 100 most influential Africans by New African magazine. Madowo was again cited as one of the top 100 most influential Africans by New African magazine in 2020. He became the first black person to deliver the Peter Starsberg Foreign Correspondence Lecture at Canada's Carleton University in December 2020. He has also referenced his work as a foreign correspondent in the United States in interviews by The New Yorker and NPR. In May 2021, Madowo was appointed as CNN's Nairobi correspondent. 2 months later, in July 2021, CNN promoted him to international correspondent. Madowo became a vocal defender of press freedom in Africa after a run-in with the Kenyan government in 2018 forced him to seek shelter in a safe house. Alongside 2 other colleagues, they regained their freedom after a court granted them anticipatory bail. He has said that many other African journalists face greater dangers from their government, including threats to their lives. Personal life. Madowo is also known to be very active on social media and has a combined following of over 4 million people across Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. His sister Liz Madowo, the graduate of Moore University, is a stylist and a fashion blogger. Madowo is also a regular moderator and speaker at media, technology, and business conferences around the world. Net worth. Madowo is worth $8.5 million. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe, like and share.